Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing.
Hi, Willie. I thought I'd cook you some breakfast.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Food for me is a drug.
All right. I'm going to give a minute for some people to join up. If anyone's going to join up. Let's see here. All right. You know what? I'm also going to go live on TikTok. So let me just go ahead and fix that. We'll do this be fitness. Let's do chat and interview. Okay. And then we'll pop out the chat. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So is there no way for me to see? How do I see how many viewers I have in YouTube? Okay, so TikTok, you guys should be able to hear this. Hold up.
Oh, hey,
Yo,
Mom.
yo, yo.
Hi, Willie.
All right, there we go. Bet. I don't know how to tell. Hold up. All right. So we're gonna start watching now, and we're recording for YouTube, so we're kind of multitasking to the max right now. But we got what we gotta do. Can I pop this shout out too? Pop out chat. Cause I just want to see chat in one spot. So can I just have a chat right here? Then if I have to pull this out, I can just do this. Then bring it back here. Okay, bet. All right. This is so weird. It doesn't show. Oh, it shows the viewers right here. One concurrent viewer. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get this going. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy IK Lives from down 100 pounds to lost 10 a year. I've been bulking a cutter for the past 4, and today we got reacting to my 600-pound life. This is just going to be us trying to see if we can help this guy out. We're not hating at all. You know, I used to be 300 pounds. I'm not a hater with anyone that struggles with weight loss. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that we help him out with just making healthier alternatives, but also just seeing if we can kind of just track his calories, you know, and just what I would do if I was his coach. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below any questions you may have, and let's lock in. Okay, I think I messed something up. Where'd the chat go? Studio chat. Okay, there we go. Honestly, there's no need for me to pop out the chat. I mean, just let it be there. All right, let's get it.
I thought I'd cook you some breakfast.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Food for me is a drug. A drug, a coping mechanism, something like that.
All right, I want to make sure I make you enough.
All right.
When William wakes up in the morning, he's stressing about something and he's trying to use the food to make it go away. Oh my gosh, right now, William is so dishonest with himself about his eating habits, but I almost never see joy in him. So yes, probably partly my fault because it was me giving him the food because I want to see joy in him. But I really feel that as a mother, you do the best of what you think you have available. Here it comes, Willie.
Okay.
There you go.
Man, I feel like this is pretty relatable because it's like when you're living with your parents, right? They give you food and it's like you have no choice but to eat it. I mean, I could really relate to that. Like growing up, I didn't always eat the most healthy foods, but it's like there's nothing like your mom's home cooking. Not gonna lie. That's a fact.
When I'm eating my mom's cooking, even when I'm starting to feel full, I just can't stop. I've always had a big appetite. I think it's because growing up every day revolved around sports. My dad left before I was born. My grandparents were basketball fanatics. And my mom made a living coaching Little League at school. And we all got really close watching and playing games together.
When William was a little boy, his attention span was about 2 seconds, so you always had to be on your toes. He'd run into trees because he'd be so excited to play with something that he wasn't paying attention where he was going.
For the most part, my early childhood was pretty great. But then around the time I was 7 or 8, my mom lost her job coaching Little League, and there weren't any other coaching jobs in the area, so she had to work out of state. My brother and I were left with our grandparents. And I mean, my mom would come back to visit. But when she was gone for weeks on end, and it was the first time I remember feeling really down. And so after I ate, I would feel better. And that's when my relationship with food first started to go south. Middle school was where the trouble started.
Man, this is so relatable because using food as a coping mechanism is what has caused him to get to where he is today. And when I was gaining so much weight during COVID, I just kept gaining and gaining and gaining. It was the food that I would run to. It's like I almost thought it was going to solve my problems. I thought it was going to be something that would make me happier, but it never actually made me happier.
I don't know if you would call it gangs, but it was people who had that thug mentality. I went from being an athlete to this moody kid with the wild temper. Depending on what kind of day it was. Sometimes I'd be able to control the temper, sometimes I wouldn't. If somebody felt like they wanted to fight, I would step in and defend anybody, especially if they were smaller or not as athletic or not able to defend themselves. And then I would go home and eat. It was when I really first started noticing there's something not right here. There'd be days where I felt differently than I normally did for no reason. These periods would last anywhere from an hour to several days at a time. And I didn't realize what it was at first. I just knew something was off with me. And then that's when I was kind of looking at things and realizing, hey, this could be depression. I'd be fine, and then all of a sudden, I'd feel really down and just not myself.
Do you want some more, Will?
Sure. Then right around the time I started getting depressed. During basketball, I partially tore my ACL to the point to where it's basically being held on by strands. So I was immobile on crutches. My dream was always to play professional sports, whether baseball, basketball, or football. When I couldn't really be active and not be able to play sports, not be able to work out, not be able to do anything, and led to a really bad depression. I started playing a whole lot of video games. and I barricaded myself into a room and didn't let nobody else in. And that's when the food, it just kind of substituted everything. My senior year, my ACL healed, but the depression never lifted. And then I just kind of got tired of just playing sports, and I just wanted to do something different. And part of that was the depression, because I didn't feel motivated to do anything. I didn't have like a backup plan or anything like that.
Man, I can really relate to this because me not going D1 in football, you know, like I really thought I was going to do good in football. I thought I was going to get a scholarship. I mean, I did get a scholarship, never worked out. And it was like when that failed, I felt like a failure. And I would use the food as a coping mechanism to try and escape from that reality. So
I like the idea of being a positive influence on people somehow. So after I graduated high school, I ended up transferring over to Job Corps. I want to go to school to be a correctional officer.
Yo, what's good, Greg? How you doing, Greg? W Greg in the chat, watching My 600 Pound Life right now, man. Man, and YouTube is hating on me, bro. They're ending my stream. Let me just end the stream on YouTube.